evening, everybody, and welcome to Brockway High School for tonight's PIAA District 9 2A girls semifinal matchup between the Keystone Lady Panthers and our Port Allegany Lady Gators. The Lady Panthers come into the game 15-7 overall, 5-4 in the Keystone Shortway Conference. That is holding down the 5th spot. Port Allegany comes in at 17-5 overall, 14-2, winners of the regular season North Tier League title before dropping the North Tier League playoff game against Coudersport. Players to watch tonight for Keystone. Number 1, Addison Shea. She comes into the game averaging 6.6 points per game. Number 2, Ashley Albright, averaging 12.6. Isabella Brandon, averaging 8.6. Ava Patrick, averaging 5.5. And Jillian Winters at 4.5. Those are your starting 5. So I am Jeremy Morey. I'm joined here in the gym with Carrie Hopper and our technical director and producer, Jason Okerlund. Carrie, good to be with you as always. Did a lot of football games with you and a few basketball, and now we're into playoff basketball.
Yeah, good to be here tonight. As you mentioned, we worked the Port Allegany Coudersport North Tier League playoff game the other day. I'm happy to be able to do this game tonight. So you kind of touched on the team stats for Port Allegany. To talk about the starting 5, led by senior Ella Moses, coming in averaging 15.8 points per game, 9.6 rebounds per game, 3.8 assists per game, 4.2 steals per game. Just kind of does it all for the Lady Gators. Plays really good defense. Bryn Evans, the junior, coming in averaging 9.3 points a game. Peyton Gordon, we expect to come off the bench. She's a sophomore. She's averaging 7.5 points a game. Jenna Renner, a junior, averaging 6.4 points a game. And Maddie Eric, 4.5 points a game. We expect Willow Sowers to start. She's a senior. Looking forward to a good matchup. We talked with Coach Evans before the game. Similar styles, and we'll just see who's ready to play tonight.
Yeah, exactly. It's to mention, go back to your point there about Coach Evans. He said that both teams can be streaky scorers. Both teams want to get out and run. Both teams kind of struggle with turnovers at times. So really a mirror image of each other. So it should be entertaining basketball tonight. So as I said, this is the AA semifinal matchup. There's actually a doubleheader here tonight in Brockway. We're the first game. This is the number 2 seeded Keystone Lady Panthers. We're the 3 seed. And then at 7:30, the number 1 seed Red Bank Valley Bulldogs will be going up against the Kane Wolves. Winner of this will move on to the District 9 championship game, which will be held on Saturday, March 1st down in Clarion's Tippin Gym. And the loser of this game will play the loser of the Red Bank Kane game at a site and date to be determined. So 2 more this game, at least 1 more for the Lady Gators. Hopefully it is a run to the Tippin Gym for a District 9 title.
Yeah, I hope so. You and I worked that Port Allegany Coudersport game, and they just looked really flat that game. They had just won the North Tier League championship. Coming into the tournament, feeling good about yourselves, and then just kind of played real flat. So, looking for a rebound here tonight, and a good contest. Playing a team from the KSAC, very competitive conference. So I think it's going to be a good matchup here for the Gators.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They came out flat. Gators never held a lead in that Coudersport game. Coudersport, as I touched on in that game, was white hot coming down the stretch, 8-2 to finish the season after starting 7-5, kind of a disappointing start for Coach Brown. But the Falcons ended up winning the North Tier League playoffs, going over to Otto Elder and beating the Lady Terrors. But Port Allegany looked probably as flat as I've ever seen them. First game since then, so hopefully Coach Evans, Coach Schwab have really gotten to the girls, and motivation hopefully high. You had about an hour and 20 ride down here to Brockway. Hopefully they got their heads right, and hopefully can limit the turnovers and good, crisp, clean passes. That's something I feel that the Gators really have struggled with all years, both on the boys and girls side. We certainly saw it Friday night. I hate to bring that up to you. It's probably still a sore subject, but 22 turnovers in the boys game, not a recipe for success. So hopefully not a repeat performance by the Lady Gators tonight.
Yeah, and I think that's the key in any basketball game is taking care of the ball, limiting your turnovers, trying to win the rebound battle and playing good defense. I mean, it boils down to that. So, we'll see what happens tonight.
Yeah, so we are about 3 minutes away from tip-off as the captains are meeting at center court with the officials, and teams are still warming up. Carrie and I are going to take a little break, and we'll join you after the announcement of the starting lineups.
Keep track of any stats or anything? You're doing that? You have one pen.
Good evening, sports fans. On behalf of the PIAA, Brockway Area High School, and the community of Brockway, we welcome you to tonight's basketball game. The game tonight is between the Lady Gators of Port Allegany and the Lady Panthers of Keystone. You're paying your complimentary admission to this event entitles you to enjoy an exhibition of skills developed by student athletes in an educational setting. Please give these students your positive encouragement and support. Bullying, taunting, or intimidating the officials and their opponents is unfriendly and unacceptable. Violators will be asked to leave. Thank you for your cooperation and enjoy tonight's contest. At this time, would you rise for the playing of the national anthem? now your officials for tonight's contest are Dave Gilmore, Brian Harlan, and Matt Gasberry. For the visiting Lady Gators of Port Allegany, the juniors, number 1, Jenna Renner. A senior, number 10, Ella Moses. A junior, number 12, Maddie Eric. A senior, number 22, Willow Sowers. And a junior, number 24, Bryn Evans. The Lady Gators are coached by head coach Jamie Evans, and he's assisted by Becky Schwab. And now for the Lady Panthers in Keystone. A sophomore, number 3, Bella Brandon. A junior, number 1, Addison Say. A senior, number 2, Ashley Albright. A senior, number 12, Ava Patrick. And a senior, number 35, Jill Richards. The Lady Panthers are coached by head coach Andy Traster, and he is assisted by R.J. Dick and Marcus Miller.
Okay, we just received the starting lineups. And for Keystone, number 1, Addison Say. Number 2, Ashley Albright. Number 3, Isabella Brandon. Number 12, Ava Patrick. And number 35, Jillian Winters. For the Gators, number 1, Jenna Renner. Number 10, Ella Moses. Number 12, Maddie Eric. Number 24, Bryn Evans. And number 22, Willow Sowers. We'll have Renner to do the tip-off for the Gators. See who she's going to be jumping against. And it looks like it'll be number 12, Ava Patrick. Patrick standing at 5'11", a senior. And refs just making sure everything is set. And we are underway in this semifinal matchup for District 9 2A girls basketball. It'll be Keystone with the ball first, with Brandon passing over to Patrick. Looking underneath it, Brandon lays it up and misses. Rebounded by Evans and knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Brandon. So it'll be Gator basketball.
Yeah, nice little set play there by Keystone, trying to get the backdoor play. Good ball movement there.
Yeah, it was there. Just Brandon did not finish. So the Panthers will be pressing. A pass ahead to Moses. She'll cross half court, looks underneath the Renner. It's blocked by number 1, Addison Say. And it'll stay Gator ball. Great defensive play there from Addison Say. It'll have Willow Sowers to be inbounding. She'll have Ava Patrick in her face. Looking to get it in. They will get it into Evans. She'll put it up off the glass. No good. Kick back out to Eric. Eric bounce pass out to Renner. Renner to Moses. Moses going to work in, kicks it back out to Renner. Thought about a shot. She's going to move in, has the ball stripped away. It's on the floor, picked up by Moses. And stripped away, ultimately picked up by Brandon. Long heave all the way down to Albright. Inside to Patrick. She lays it up and in. And a foul. A great finish here from Ava Patrick. That's going to be on Jenna Renner.
Yeah, great job there by Keystone to get the ball off the floor and get the good look at the basket and get the and one.
So first foul of the night goes to Port Allegany. We'll have Ava Patrick on the line. Her shot is up and no good. And Moses comes away with a rebound. And she'll get across half court. Looks inside to Evans. She lays one up and is blocked. And it'll be chased down by Brandon. And she kicks it over to Winters. Winters to Say. Back to Winters. Same play inside to Say. Lays it up and in. 2 more for the Panthers and a timeout. is called by Coach Jamie Evans. 4 quick ones for the Lady Panthers.
Yeah, great job there on 2 possessions for Keystone to get the backdoor cut there and get a good look at the basket. So Gators are going to have to get back on defense.
Yeah, that. We have the Keystone cheerleaders over there. Some impressive backflips, but that play, that they ran that twice underneath, and Say was able to finish it where Patrick missed on the first time. It's going to have to be something the Gators watch. But 6:46 left to go here in the opening quarter. Gators down 4-0. Moses to inbound. And she gets it into Sowers. Sowers, turns it right over to Brandon. Down low to Patrick, over to Albright, lays it up and in. 6-0. Panthers, long heave, looking for Renner. She'll catch it, gets across half court. She's going to drive to the hoop. And a block is called on Jillian Winters. That's going to be her first foul of the night.
Thought we might see our first charge call of the night.
Yeah, that was close. And coming into the game will be Peyton Gordon for Willow Sowers.
Yeah, the Gators have had a couple good looks so far. See if they can get one in here.
And they'll get it into Evans. Now back down to Renner. She's going to go baseline. She puts one up, and it ends up in the hands of Ashley Albright for Keystone. And she'll bring it down for the Panthers. Long three-pointer off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by Moses. She's in a tussle, and a holding call against Addison Say.
Yeah, and you don't want to pick up fouls so far away from your own basket. So, you want to be aggressive, but just try to, be under control.
So 2 fouls so far for Keystone. Moses, another long heave. She gets it to Gordon. Gordon's going to have Patrick on her. It's blocked by Patrick. And Evans will chase it down, but last touch by Patrick. So the Gators will retain possession. We'll have Maddie Eric inbounding near the Keystone cheerleaders.
Patrick's doing a pretty good job, down low, deflecting some shots. I think maybe a pass fake by the Gators to get her off her feet.
And shot by Evans goes air ball and rebounded by Gordon. She'll get it over to Eric, now to Moses. Moses guarded there by Brandon. To Gordon, now down to Renner in the corner again. She's got Winters in her face. Looked inside to Moses. It wasn't there, knocked out of bounds by Brandon. So again, the Gators will have possession. It'll be Maddie Eric inbounding. She gets it into Ella. Ella looking for help. Gets it over to Jenna. Layup and a foul. And it's going to put Jenna Renner on the line. That is on Ava Patrick, her first.
Yeah, I think that's what the Gators have to do is just continue to go to the hoop. Patrick's going to get a few blocks, but just keep going right at her and try to get her in foul trouble.
Mm-hmm. First shot from Renner is up and in. So the Gators are on the board with 5:41 to go in the first quarter, down 6-1 now. Second shot is up and no good. And a violation, so it'll put Jenna back on the line. Yeah, Ava Patrick, by far the tallest player on the court. Second shot up and in from Jenna. So 6-2 now. And she's had a couple blocks already, so makes good use of her height. Brandon to Patrick. Into Albright. Albright will pull it back out to Say. Say's going to go baseline. She lays one up. No good. Moses comes down with a rebound. And another foul is going to be called. That is on Ava Patrick, her second already. And we're going to see Peyton McElravy coming in for Patrick.
Yeah, and that could change the game for the Gators to have Patrick on the bench in foul trouble.
Gets it ahead to Gordon. And knocked away by Winters, but kept back in right out of bounds. Good hustle there from Julian Winters. Yeah, I think that might be to the Gators' advantage to have. And inbound to Renner. Gets it to Moses. Back to Bryn. Back to Moses. Wide open three. She puts it up. Off the rim. No good. And tipped right back to her. She gets it across to Bryn. Evans has it stripped away and picked up by Winters. So Winters brings it down for the Lady Panthers. Gets it to Brandon. Over to Say. Say puts up a three. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Gordon. And knocked out of bounds by Addison Say. So we'll have Ella Moses to inbound here for Port Allegany. She gets it into Evans. Evans tosses it over the head of Brandon and a travel on Ella Moses. So not the cleanest start for the Gators tonight.
No, and we talked about turnovers pregame, so hopefully that's not a trend that continues for the Gators. You know, taking care of the ball, not limiting their turnovers is going to give them a chance to win this game.
To McElravy. Now to Say. Inside is picked right off by Moses. She's going to hurry the other way. Pulls up a three. Off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Brandon. Tosses it ahead. Albright couldn't handle it. Evans comes down with it for Port. And she can't hang on to it. Gives it back to Brandon. Layup and no good, but fouled. And she holds her face. Probably got a finger to the eye. And that is on Bryn Evans. So that is going to put Isabella Brandon on the line. And we're going to see some subs coming in here for Keystone. Shot from Brandon is no good off the rim. Coming into the game will be Jersey Bell, number 25, and number 13, Kiera McGiffin, as Say and Winters head to the bench. Second shot from Brandon is no good. And that'll go out of bounds. Port Allegany ball with 4:18 to go in the first quarter. Port down 6-2.
So we'll see if the Gators can push up the floor here and get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, only two remaining starters on the floor for the Panthers. Good pass to Bryn. Looking for help. And she'll get it back out to Eric. She'll put up a shot. Airballed it right into the hands of McElravy. Kicks it ahead. Albright lays it up and in for the Panthers. Great reverse layup there from Ashley Albright, number 2.
Yeah, and you tip your hat to Keystone there for hustling up the floor, beating the Gators back, and making the basket.
Gordon bounce pass down in the corner to Eric, and a jump ball is called. Possession arrow for Port. And a media timeout is taken.
Media timeout during the PIAA playoffs. I think at the 4-minute mark.
Oh, okay. So I think that on that last play, Jenna was anticipating a chest pass, gets the bounce pass at her feet, can't quite handle it. Aggressive defense from the Panthers, they swarm all over. Luckily, possession arrow for Port, but you know, you don't want to harp on all the bad, but we've seen this before from Port, you know, especially against Countersport and some other games. And, you know, Coach Evans going to want this to be cleaned up considerably if they're going to make any kind of a run here. I know down only 6, it's early on, but this is not the tone you want to set early on.
Right. We talked about the Port Allegany Countersport game in the NTL playoffs, and we were hoping that was just kind of a one-day letdown, and hoping that they would, you know, leave that game behind them and, you know, come out playing fast here today, and just need to take care of the ball a little bit better and get some better looks at the hoop. You know, with Patrick on the bench, I think this is their opportunity to cut the lead here. It's only 8-2, but you know they just got to get some better looks and get some points on the board. Right.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the benefit. You know, you only got 2 starters, and not to take away anybody off the bench. I mean, Peyton Gordon is one of the leading scorers for the Gators off of the bench. Has been a great 6th man this year.
Yeah, and we talked about her pregame, you know, coming in averaging 7.5 points per game off the bench. That's an excellent luxury to have.
You get it into Renner. Her shot is up off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Albright. And she'll take the Panthers the other way. Over to Brandon. Brandon to McElravy. Looking inside, gets it back to Brandon. Brandon going to move to her right, gets it back to Albright. She puts up a three, off the rim, no good. And rebounded by McElravy. She'll get it back over to Albright. Thought about another one. She's going to work into the lane now. Puts a floater up and in from Albright. And get it into Moses. She crosses half court. She's going to go in the lane. She puts up a floater, no good. Gordon went up for the rebound and is fouled on the play. That's on number 25, Jersey Bell, her first. So we'll put Peyton Gordon on the line, as that is 5 fouls already for Keystone. So Gordon's first shot is up and in, nothing but net. Great foul shot from Peyton Gordon, and coming into the game will be Jillian Winters as Ashley Albright heads to the bench. Second shot from Gordon is up and in. So Peyton makes them both. Brandon inbounds, and she will run the offense for the Panthers. Gets it over to Bell. Now back to McElravy. To Winters. Winters going to work into the lane. She puts one up and is fouled as she does so. And that is going to put Jillian Winters on the line for the Panthers. That is on Jenna Renner, her second. First shot from Winters is in. And Willow will be coming back in for Renner. Winters' second shot is up and no good. She missed it and is knocked out of bounds. And last touched, the ref says, by Keystone. So a break maybe there for Port. Moses gets it into Eric. Bounce pass over to Sowers. Sowers looking ahead to Evans, right over her head, into the bleachers. So another turnover for Port. We will have Winters inbounding to Brandon. 2:40 left to go in the first quarter. Gators down by 7. Over to McElravy. Oh, it's stripped away by Moses. She picks it right back up. It's stripped away again, but it's going to be a foul this time on Ella. That was 3 strips by Ella, but great hands from McElravy to regain possession.
Yeah, now two fouls on Moses. That could, that could affect the Gators. Oh, I thought you got one before that. Oh, just one?
Yeah.
Okay. Scratch that.
Oh, and a backcourt violation on the inbounds. We'll have Maddie Eric inbounding. And she gets it into Ella. Ella going to be working on Brandon. Looked inside. It's knocked away, but stolen by Brandon. She's going the other way. Oh, and she is tripped up and hits the floor hard. And they're going to call a block on Moses, but I think their feet just got tangled up as Ella was trying to pull off back behind not to foul, but ultimately did trip.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Moses trying to go around her, kind of give her the basket, and their feet get tangled up, as you mentioned, and picks up her second foul. So.
And the shot by Brandon is no good. Coming back in is Addison Say. And Jersey Bell will head to the Keystone bench. Second shot is up and in. And back in also is Ashley Albright, as Isabella Brandon will take a breather.
So I think for Keystone, having Patrick on the bench with 2 fouls and they're still maintaining the lead here, they've got to be happy with that so far.
Eric would look to get it ahead, as knocked away by Say. She was looking for Willow Sowers. So the Gators will get it across half court that way. And Ella will inbound it to Peyton Gordon. She's got Winters all over. Looks back to Moses. Moses looking for help, gets it over to Eric. Eric picks up her dribble, bounce pass to Sowers. Sowers has Albright on her. Oh, she was looking inside, nobody home, and taken away by McGiffin. Looks ahead to Winters. She lays one up off the glass and in. 2 more for Jillian Winters. And the Gators now down by 9. Moses looking for someone. Gets it over to Eric. Eric will shoot. It is up off the front of the rim, right off the hand of Sowers. It'll be picked up by Albright. And she lays it up. No good. Rebound by Gordon off a foot. Albright comes up with it again. McElravy now. Shot up and no good. Rebounded by Gordon. She's heading the other way. She's got Say on her. Lays it up, blocked by Say. And rebounded by McGiffin. Albright now. Fast-paced game now. Shot by Winters. No good. High off the glass. Rebounded by Evans, and she is going to be fouled. I think that is going to be on McElravy.
Yeah, exciting little sequence there. I found myself just kind of backing away from the mic and just watching it go back and forth. But yeah, a lot of action there. Gators had an opportunity to get a good look there, and good defensive play by Keystone to block the shot. Yeah, Gators find themselves back at the line though. They've been that's where they've got all 4 of their points so far.
First shot from Bryn is up, nothing but net. And coming in will be Emily Eric and Bree Daniels, and on for Keystone, Isabella Brandon, as Kiera McGiffin goes to the bench. Second shot from Evans is up and nothing but net. So all 6 Gator points coming from the foul line. They are now down by 8 as we approach the 1-minute mark in this opening quarter. Brandon to Albright. She puts up a 3 and in! Ashley Albright nails it. A little trap going on there. Gets it to Emily Eric. Maddie Eric looking for help. Gets it over to her sister. Bounce pass in the corner to Evans. Evans going to go baseline. It's stripped away by Say. And it'll stay Port basketball. 38.6 seconds left on the clock. And we'll have Maddie Eric to inbound with Addison Say. Going to be guarding the inbound pass. Get it in Daniels. Daniels turn around, puts it off the glass, no good. Evans on the rebound. She puts it up and in. 2 points there from Bryn Evans. 4 on the night for her. Gators now within 9 again. Coach Traster calling for last shot. Brandon over to McElravy. Now to Winters. Back to Say. In the corner to Brandon. Bounce pass to Albright. Albright to Winters. Back to Albright. He's going to have Maddie Eric on her. She'll get one off. Oh, nearly went in on the shot from Albright. But that closes the chapter on this opening quarter. Gators down 17-8. Carrie, how would you recap that first quarter?
Well, I was just going to mention when it was 14-6, and then Keystone came down and nailed that 3. It just felt like a huge dagger, just to open up the lead that much. The Gators have been playing pretty good defense to that point, and then for Keystone to nail that shot, that was tough. But they came down and answered back, got their first field goal. Up to that point, they'd only had 3 free throws made, so good to finally get a field goal made. But down 9, giving up 17 points in a quarter isn't you've got to give up less points than that, especially in the playoffs. So we'll see if the Gators can tighten up on defense. We'll see if Ella Moses comes back out.
Yeah, I agree. Having only 1 field goal in the entire quarter, certainly not probably the way that Coach Evans drew it up. But, we were kind of recapping that as we had our cheerleaders out there on the floor. I'd like to recognize them. Jersey Gamet, Sophia Behringer, Savannah Hart, Lillianne Reed, and Maddie Dinch. And the cheerleaders are coached by Terry Austin and Alexis Reed.
So it looks like Ella Moses is coming out along with Jenna Renner, Maddie Eric, Bryn Evans, and Bree Daniels. So we'll see if Ella Moses can, not pick up a 3rd foul.
Right.
If she can make it through the rest of the first half without picking up that 3rd foul, I think that bodes well for the Gators.
And basically the starting lineup for Keystone minus Patrick, as McElravy is still in there. Winners, bounce pass to Say, off her hand. She gets it back and tosses it back to Winners. Looking underneath, is stolen away by Moses. He's looking for that cut again. It's been working for him thus far. Moses on Brandon, inside to Evans. She'll go up, no good. Rebounded by Renner. She'll get it back out to Eric. Back over to Renner. Renner to Moses. Moses works it in. Turnaround jumper right into the hands of Evans. Evans off the glass, no good. McElravy comes down with it for the Panthers and gets it out to Albright. Albright quickly looking inside, nobody home, and taken away by Renner. Jenna goes into the corner, gets it back to Maddie Eric. Over, it is taken away by Brandon. All alone, layup, and finally falls. Moses gets it into Maddie Eric. She's going to have Albright tailing her. Ahead to Renner. Renner into the lane. Bounce pass back out to Evans. She puts up a three. Airballed it over the rim, and Winners is pushed in the back by Gordon.
Yeah, and I can hear Coach Evans, pleading with his team to look opposite. On the low block there, it looked like Peyton Gordon was open at one point. Back before that, I'm not sure who was on the other low block, but there are people open. They just gotta find the open person.
And we'll have Brandon bring it down, looking, and gets it to Winners. Guarded there by Gordon. It is tipped away. Say comes back with it. Looks inside to Winners. It's stripped away again. Gets it back. Layup. No good. Kept in, and Winners out of bounds as she tips it in. And coming into the game will be Jersey Bell for Peyton McElravy. 6:22 to go here in the first half. Gators down 11 in this AA semifinal playoff game. Ahead to Renner. Renner lays one up. No good. She comes down with it. And a hold on Keystone. And that is on Jersey Bell, her second.
And it looked like an opportunity there. We were just talking about looking opposite. That looked like the opposite block was open there.
Gets it into Evans. She puts up a three. Off the rim, no good. Ball still on the floor. Picked up by Winners. She kicks it out to Brandon. Brandon down, lays it up, and is fouled hard as she goes to the net. And that's going to put Isabella Brandon on the line. That is 3 on the night for Jenna Renner. First shot is no good from Brandon, and we'll see Willow Sowers coming in for a Renner. Brandon's second shot is up and in. 20-8. Moses gets it into Eric. Eric ahead to Evans. Evans, little jumper. Airballed it, rebounded by Albright. Albright guarded tightly there by Moses, gets it over to Brandon. Brandon across half court, over to Albright. Puts up a long three off the front of the rim, no good. Gordon with a rebound for the Gators. We go the other way, hand on the back of Eric, and gets it over to Evans. Evans to Sowers. Back to Evans, another three, and in! 3-point shot made there by Bryn Evans. Brings the Gators back within 9. Brandon working on Eric. Works right inside. Puts up a little floater. No foul called. Rebounded by Evans. Looking for help. Ball on the floor. Evans chases it down. Gets it back over to Moses. Moses across half court. Right in the lane. Puts one up. And fouled by Jersey Bell. That is her third. That's going to put Moses on the line.
So good job that previous possession, but for Bryn Evans to nail the three. If threes start falling, that could really change this whole game.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the Gators definitely need a spark. I think that definitely helps. So if Bryn can get her touch First shot from Moses off the front of the rim. And we'll see Daniels on and McElravy on as Bell and Gordon head to the bench. Second shot is up and no good. Rebounded by McElravy. And she'll get over to Brandon. To McElravy. Looked inside to say, wasn't there. Back to Brandon. She'll put up a three. Airballed it out of bounds, so a turnover by the Panthers. 4:37 to go in the second quarter. Panthers going to press here. Moses looking to get it in. We'll get it into Eric. Eric, sailed it high on Moses, out of bounds, into the bleachers. Oh, last touch. Last touch by Keystone, the ref is saying. And Gordon will come back on for Maddie Eric. So the Gators catch another break.
We just kind of shrug our shoulders on that one. We'll take it.
So inbound to Gordon. Going to drive to the hoop. And a block is called on Winters as Gordon was heading to the hoop. Oh, they're going to call that on 25. She's not even on the court, so that's going to be on Winters, her second. So Gordon will be shooting two. Shot is up and in. Coming back in will be McGiffin for Winters. Winters still in disbelief at that block call. Shot by Gordon is in. Makes them both. 20-13 now. Brandon bounce pass over to McElravy. Back to Say. Now to Albright, nearly taken away by Gordon. Albright to McGiffin. To McElravy. And now back out to Albright. Bounce pass inside, taken away by Evans. And a scrum on the floor. A jump ball is going to be called, and possession arrow for the Gators.
I think if I was the coach for Keystone, I would think about putting Patrick back in. I mean, I don't know how she plays. Maybe he's worried that she's going to pick up a third foul, but I just think the game's really changed for them when she's been out of the game this long.
And an inbounds pass is taken away by Keystone, tipped by Say, recovered by McElravy. She gets it back out to Say. Say, little floater over the... And it's going to be a push on Bryn Evans. And a media timeout as Carrie enlightened me on what that is in playoff basketball at the 4-minute mark. We're actually at 3:55. But the Gators, I agree. I mean, at what point do you bring Patrick back in? She is, 2 fouls, but was certainly a presence underneath with a few blocks. But it has turned. The tide has turned a little bit. You can kind of feel that Port's getting their feet underneath them. But then you still see some of that sloppy passing, the inbound pass. Now, I know that the Panthers are pressing, but I think the Gators kind of coming alive a little.
Yeah, they're coming alive. I think to look up there and see it to be 20-13, it's very surprising. I think the Keystone has looked like the better team, frankly.
Yeah, yep.
It was 17-6 not too long ago. The Gators are fighting their way back, which is great. Like to make a little bit more of a run here while Patrick's on the bench.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I guess I just wonder when Coach Traster is going to put her back in. No points, but again, defensively made her presence felt. So we'll see. I mean, you haven't needed her. McElravy has been holding her own out there. I think has done a fantastic job. Albright will inbound to Brandon. Oh, boy, I thought she was going to... Albright will shoot. And no good, a push. That is going to put Albright on the line for 3. And that is on Evans. That is 3 already for Evans. And Coach Evans given the ref an earful. And he would know, obviously, being a PIAA official. So Albright's first shot is up and no good.
So if you're a Gator fan watching at home, let's rewind just a little bit. Watch that play. Let us know, was it a flop or was it a foul?
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't matter at this point, but be 3 shots for Keystone.
And she misses her second. Eric coming back in for Evans. And Albright's third shot is up. She'll make the last one. Oh, get it into Moses, ahead to Gordon. Gordon, bounce pass, was looking, and it's taken away. And they're going to award it to Keystone. That was a good job by McElravy to hit the deck and cover that ball. I was waiting really for a jump ball to be called. Brandon to Say to Albright in the corner. Albright going to work into the paint. Puts up a floater and in from Albright. Head to Gordon. Gordon, oh, she walked. Nine points on the night for Albright. She's averaging 12.6 this year.
I think for the Gators sometimes to just be happy, breaking the press, getting across half court, and then just kind of slowing down, getting into your offense. Sometimes they're going too fast and turning the ball over.
And they'll turn it over. Gordon ahead to Moses. She's going to have to beat Albright. She puts one up and no good. Rebounded by McElravy. Long pass ahead. It's going to be taken away by Eric. It was intended for Brandon. And a foul is going to be called on McKiffin. Kiera McKiffin, first foul. 4 each in this quarter. 2:55 to go. Gators down by 10. Moses will be inbounding. And gets it in. Well, it's knocked away by Say and recovered by McKiffin. And she'll get it over to Brandon. Brandon to McElravy. McElravy to Brandon. Back to McGiven to Say. Say is going to work in. She puts one up and no good. And chased down by Moses. Moses over to Eric. Couldn't hang on. Picked up by Albright, and she'll get it over to Brandon. Brandon going to let things set up. She's going to have Willow Sowers in her face. Bounce pass to McElravy. Inside, knocked away by Sowers. Good defense from Willow Sowers. As they were looking to get it to Brandon. Albright will be inbounding. Gets it in to Brandon. Her shot up, off the rim, no good. Moses will chase it down. Moses ahead to Eric. Eric going to go baseline. Now she'll shoot. Off the rim, no good. And a push is going to be called on Port. I think that's going to be on Bree Daniels. No, that is on Gordon. And that is her second. So that's her fifth for the quarter. So that is going to put Addison Say, who has 4 already tonight, on the line. And her first shot is up and no good.
So foul trouble certainly playing a factor for the Gators. Jenna Renner with 3 fouls, Bryn Evans with 3 fouls, and Peyton Gordon with 2. And then Ella Moses with 2 as well, right?
Yep. And she makes her second one. 5 on the night for Addison Say. Moses gets it into Eric. Eric gets it to Ella. Ella into the lane. She puts up a shot, and it'll go. Gators now back within 9 with 1:30 to go in the half. Brandon across half court. Oh, looking for McElravy. It's out of bounds. Last touch by the Panthers, and the Gators will take over.
Don't need a three-point shot here, but a three-point shot would really be a dagger for the Gators.
Gets it into Gordon. It's stripped away. She hits the deck. No foul called.
Nothing there, huh?
Nothing there. But it'll stay Gator ball. And Willow will be inbounding. Willow looking to get it in. She'll get it into Ella. Moses looking for help. Into Daniels. Daniels. She puts one up off the front of the rim. And tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Daniels. Panther ball. 1:13 to go on the clock. And McGiffin to inbound for Keystone. And she'll get across half court. Gets it to Albright. Albright goes baseline. Little floater off the side of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Moses. Guarded tightly there by McElravy. Bounce pass. Oh, it's knocked out of bounds. And a body check by Brandon into Sowers. And that's going to be the first one of the night for Brandon. And that is 5 for the Lady Panthers. So we'll see Willow Sowers to the line for the Gators. 54.5 left on the clock here in Brockway High School. Gators down 24-15. First shot up from Willow is no good.
So the Gators have been pretty effective at the foul line thus far, keeping them in the game. So hopefully Sowers can knock down this shot here.
And her second shot is in and out, no good. Rebounded by Daniels. She'll put one up and is blocked and taken away by Brandon. Brandon down the court. Looked inside, taken away by Moses. She was looking for McElravy. Moses back over to Daniels. She puts up a three off the side of the rim. And Moses hustles for it, cannot get to it, and it'll be out of bounds. 33 seconds, and looks like we'll see Emily Eric coming on for Ella.
Coach Evans trying to preserve Ella Moses from getting her third foul there. I think when she brings the ball up the floor, that the Keystone Panthers are guarding her so close that I think she could just continue going to the hoop, and I think she'll pick up the foul.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think Brandon has been on her very tightly. McElravy underneath as well. So McGibbon, I think they're going to just wait for the last shot. McGiffin.
If you're the Gators, you don't want to come out and get too far extended.
Right, yeah, you're leaving a lot of room behind you. Brandon will work in. She puts up a shot off the side of the backboard. No good. Rebounded by Eric, and a foul is finally called. And that's going to put Maddie Eric on the line with 2.7 to go.
That's exactly what you don't want to do if you're Keystone, is foul with 2.7 seconds that far away from your own hoop.
Yeah, and McElravy picking up her second on that. Yeah, really no need to foul in that situation at all. With 2.7 seconds, you let her go. Odds are not a very good shot by the Gators coming. And Eric will make her first. And into the game will be Hannah Henry, number 15, and Haley Thomas. As Peyton Gordon heads to the bench. And the Gators will back up. Coach Evans saying no fouls. Eric's second shot, no good. Get it over to Brandon. She'll chuck it way off target and out of bounds. So at the end of the first half, Port Allegany down 24-16 in this District 9 AA semifinal game. Winner will move on to play the winner of Red Bank and Kane, who is after this game here in the same gym. Well, what do you think, Kerry?
To look at the score, 24-16 Keystone. Looking down at the score sheet here, Ella Moses with only 2 points. I think if you're Coach Evans, to only be down 8, like I said earlier, I think Keystone has looked like the faster team, the more aggressive team.
Yep.
And we've mentioned Ava Patrick being on the bench with 2 fouls. She's going to be back in to start the second half. She was a shot changer.
Right.
Every time the Port Allegany drove, she was either deflecting the shot or at least changing the way they shot it and affecting their their techniques. So
Right.
the Gators are certainly going to have to deal with that, knowing she's going to be starting the second half. But I think, for as sloppy as it was at times to only be down 8, I think you just say, hey, girls, that wasn't really our best half, but we're in this. Let's come out and play our game, take care of the ball, knowing Patrick's going to be in. You've got to defend her in the post, and let's see what happens.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Perfect summation, Carrie. I'd like to give another shout out for the varsity baseball team pancake breakfast fundraiser that is going to be on Saturday, March 15th at the Port Allegany Moose from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. For just $10 a person, come enjoy a delicious stack of pancakes while supporting the varsity baseball team. Wear your green, bring your appetite, and show your Gator pride. Do not miss out. Come fuel up and help the team knock it out of the park this season. We have about 8:24 left in the half. Carrie and I are going to take a little break, and we'll join you before the second half. And we're back in the Rover Dome as we prepare for the start of the second half, dubbed by our own Carrie Hauver.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the official name, but that's what it's going to be for the rest of the night.
Absolutely, I love it. I mean, we have the Swamp. Otto Elder has the Terror Dome. I mean, Rover Dome, it sounds right.
Rover Dome.
Yeah. So in that first half, for Keystone, Say with 5, Albright with 10, Brandon with 2, Patrick with 2, and Winters with 3.
And for the Gators, Bryn Evans with 7, Peyton Gordon with 4, Jenna Renner with 2, Ella Moses with 2, and Maddie Eric with 1. So, like I said, with the Gators, I think with Ella Moses, your leading scorer, only having 2 points. You're only down by 8.
Yep.
Play your ball the second half, and let's go.
And as you said, Carrie, Patrick is back on now for the Panthers. And it'll be Moses over to Sowers. Sowers guarded there by Brandon. Gets it back to Eric. Into Evans. Now inside to Renner. She lays one up and in from Jenna Renner. Great start.
That was a great little play there by Coach Evans. I like it.
And Brandon to Say. Say lays it up off the glass. No good. Rebound by Patrick. She puts it up. No good. And a push is going to be called underneath. Oh, boy, that is on Renner. That is her 4th.
No, that was on White.
Oh, White 1. Never mind. Okay. I'm so used to Port being in White. White on 1. That is Say, her 2nd. So get it over top of Patrick. Long heave up to Bryn. Now over to all. It's taken away by Winters. Into Patrick. Patrick lays it up. No good. Rebound by Say. She puts one up. No good. Winters back to Albright. She puts up a 3. And in from Ashley Albright. Her 2nd 3 of the night. That gives her 13. Ahead to Renner. Renner is knocked away. Great defense there from Isabella Brandon.
But that was a good opportunity for a left-handed layup there for Jenna Renner, or, a pass to the opposite block. But the Gators retain the ball, so.
Sowers. Oh, it'll be Eric to shoot. Off the side of the backboard, no good. Rebound by Brandon. She's going to kick it ahead to a wide-open Albright. Reverse layup, no good. Rebounded by Moses, knocked out of bounds. Last touched by the Panthers. And Jillian Winters cannot believe that. But Moses looking to get it in over top of Patrick. She'll get it into Renner. Renner working on Brandon. Gets it back to Sowers. Sowers over to Moses. Moses puts up a 3. Oh, airballed it out of bounds and a turnover as Evans is on the hardwood. And the stands here at the Rover Dome filling up for the Kane Red Bank game, which is to follow at 7:30. We will not be broadcasting that on the Gator Network. And Patrick now with the ball. Oh, to a cutting Brandon. It wasn't there. Well, it was there, just a bad pass. And Brandon heaves it all the way back across to Winters. She's going to work into the paint. It is blocked, but fouled. That's going to put Jillian Winters on the line. That is on Ella.
So 3rd foul there for Moses. And that could change the flow of the game here.
First shot from Winters is off the back of the rim, no good. Winters' second shot is up, and that one will fall. So Winters 2 for 4 from the line. Eric ahead to Moses. Moses across half court. Oh, beautiful look inside to Renner, lays it up, and no, it doesn't fall. Patrick gets the rebound for the Panthers and gets it over to Winters. That was a beautiful look. Winters to Brandon. And she'll hand it off to Albright. Albright inside to Patrick. She comes down with it off the bottom of the backboard. And a scramble for it. It'll be picked up by Eric. And she is fouled as she went for it. That is going to be on Ashley Albright, her first. And we have some of the varsity boys team here and some students that are starting to come alive.
Yeah, starting to bring the noise here.
Inbound to Renner. Inside to Evans. She's going to be working on Patrick. Turn around, up off the glass, and fouled as she shoots. That's going to put Bryn on the line.
Yeah, and Patrick kind of has a confused look on her face, and I have to agree with her. I think sometimes there's not a foul. You know, just
right. I think you get into that, and you see it a lot in college and a lot in the NBA. You just get into a tight quarters. Somebody goes up, and they automatically assume a foul,
right,
when it's not necessarily there. And a shot is made by Evans, and McElravy comes on as Patrick heads off as she picked up her third foul with 5:50 to go.
But from a Gator perspective, we'll take it, and Bryn Evans makes the first foul shot, and hopefully the second one.
It is up, and it is short off the rim. McElravy will come down with it, gets it back over to Brandon. Brandon up the court quickly, gets it over to Albright in the corner. She's going to put up a three, in off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Moses. And a 1-on-3, Moses lays it up off the glass and in from Ella Moses.
So the Gators cutting the lead to 7 points here.
So signs of life from the Lady Gators to Albright. Albright looking inside, not there with McElravy. Back over to Winters. Winters going to work to her right, guarded by Sowers. And a foul is going to be called away from the play. And that is on Brandon, her second. And coming into the game for Port Allegany will be Peyton Gordon for Willow Sowers. Moses will be inbounding. Heaves it ahead of Gordon. Gordon across half court. Going to lay it up and no good. Gordon and Winters on the floor. Panthers heading the other way. Over to Albright. Albright was tipped away by Renner. Albright gains. She goes in. Little floater over the rim. No good. Chasing it down. Brandon comes away with it. Back to Albright. Her three. In and out. Moses with a rebound. Moses working on Brandon. She goes to the hoop. Lay up and in from Ella Moses. Pulls the Gators within 5. You know, Kerry, Patrick off at 5'11", McElravy on at 5'10". You don't really lose much height-wise. McElravy inside to Brandon. Layup, high off the glass, no good. Eric with the rebound. And Maddie will slow it down and kick it over to Moses. Moses directing traffic. Wide open Renner. She puts one up. Off the front of the rim, no good. Eric with the rebound. Back to Moses. Moses puts up a three. Off the rim. And it hits the cable above the hoop. So a turnover. Bad luck for the Gators there. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. 28-23. Panthers on top. Winters to McElravy. McElravy handoff to Brandon. To Say. She puts up a shot. Off the rim, no good. Moses rebounds. Oh, she was looking for a long heave. Decided against it. She's going to work to her right. Looking for help. Heaves it all the way across to Eric. Eric with Say in her face. Now to Evans. Back to Moses. Moses going to retreat a little to Eric. Down to Bryn in the corner. Oh, looked inside, wasn't there. Tipped away by Say, regained by Bryn. Back to Renner. Over to Eric. Eric will shoot. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Brandon. Some good looks there, Kerry.
Yeah, a couple good looks there for the Gators. 5-point game. It's an exciting part of the game. You got the Cane Wolves fans coming in, the Red Valley fans coming in.
Into the lane, no foul called, miss. Winters gets it back, kicks it back out to Brandon. Her three, short. McElravy kicks it back into Jenna Renner. And Renner is going to head down the floor. Gives it to Moses over top of McElravy. Right to Evans. She goes up and is fouled. Say does not agree. And that is going to be 3 on Addison Say. And a media timeout. To the Gators' benefit, but I have to agree with Say. I think she probably got all ball on that.
Yeah, like I said, sometimes a play on the low block like that, it just seems like an automatic that the ref's going to call it. And
yeah.
I think for Keystone, sometimes a couple of those calls, you just kind of shrug your shoulders and say, I don't know about that one, but we'll take it from a Gator perspective.
Right.
So, we'll see how much foul trouble plays a factor in the rest of this game. Patrick, it seems like there's a clear difference in the way Keystone plays when she's in the game, and she hasn't played much. She obviously started out the game, got the 2 quick fouls, had to sit for the rest of the first half, and then picked up a quick one at the start of the second half. So we'll see how long she sits.
Right. And our cheerleaders are just on. Let's recognize them. Jersey Gamut, Sophia Behringer. Sophia is our foreign exchange student from Germany. Savannah Hart, Lillianne Reed, and Maddie Dinch. And the cheerleaders are coached by Terry Austin and Alexis Reed. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, Carrie, that there is a clear play style difference when Patrick is on the floor as opposed to McElravy. McElravy has done a fantastic job in that role, but certainly a change of style. So as we come back out on the court, Bryn Evans will be shooting 2 on that foul from Addison Say. First shot is up and in from Bryn Evans. 28-24. The Gators are clawing back. Bryn has a chance here to bring it within 3. Second shot is up and in. Another net. 10 points on the night for Bryn Evans. They'll get it across to Albright. Gators pressing. Got the crossover. And a travel on Ashley Albright. An inbound from Moses to Eric. Eric going to her right. Bounce pass. Kicked. That pass was intended for Gordon, but the Gators will retain possession. Oh, great pass. Gets it back out to Evans. Renner with a 3. Oh, airball to Evans to rebound. Evans has Winters draped all over her. And a jump ball is called. Not sure about that call, but it'll be a turnover. And Winters will get it into Brandon. Brandon across half court to McElravy. She misses her shot, rebounded by Evans. Evans to Moses.
One possession game here.
And she gets called for a carry. Some head scratchers here from the fans' perspective. But Keystone will have the ball, and it'll be Isabella Brandon as Maddie Eric comes to meet her in the backcourt. Gets it to Albright in the corner. She puts up a 3, hits the rim, no good. And last touch by Evans.
When Keystone was bringing the ball up there, I'm not sure I would have came and pressured her. I think she might have taken a 10-second call.
Yeah.
She was taking her time. And then when Maddie Eric came up and pressured her, then she had to get it across half court.
Oh, three-pointer made by Isabella Brandon. 5 on the night for her, and the lead extends back out to 6. Renner with the ball. Back to Evans. Evans going to work to her left. Back to Maddie Eric. Eric to Gordon. And is stripped away. And a scrum on the floor. They're letting it play. It's picked up by McElravy. And she gets it over to Winters. Ahead to Albright. Albright to Bell. Bell lays one up and is fouled as she shoots.
After all that contact at the other end, and then for that call, I don't know.
It's on Ella. That's her 4th.
I'll just shrug my shoulders on that one.
Yeah. First shot from Bell is no good.
Which it may have been a foul, but the fact that there was nothing down here at the other end, there's bodies colliding into each other on both teams. Not saying it was one team or the other, just kind of an interesting no call. And then
so second shot is in from Bell. her first points of the night. On for Port Allegany is Bree Daniels, and on for Keystone is Kiera McGiffin. Get it into Gordon. Gordon back to Evans. Evans going to be guarded there by Albright. She'll get across half court. She'll go into the lane. Bounce pass out to Daniels. She puts up a shot. And in from Bree Daniels. Under a minute now. Gators down by 4, 31-27. And McGiffin brings it down for the Lady Panthers. Over to Bell. Bell into McElravy. Lays it up and in. Beautiful finish from McElravy. Her first points of the night. Peyton Gordon now. She'll work into the... Oh! Knocked to the ground. No foul call. Gordon still on the floor. Albright heading the other way. Bounce pass over to Brandon. Is blocked. McElravy picks it up and in. 4 quick ones for Peyton McElravy. Evans into Gordon. Bounce pass ahead to Evans. Evans into the lane. She lays one up and in from Brent Evans. Under 10 now. McGiffin for the Lady Panthers. Oh, and it's stolen away by Renner. Long heave. Off the front of the rim. No good. Great look from Jenna Renner. Would have brought the Gators within 3. But after 3, Gators down by 6. As that one, it's getting exciting.
Yeah, it is getting exciting. It was a 6-point game and a half, right?
Yeah, yep.
Okay, so, so a tie for that quarter, but very exciting both ways. And, they're letting some contact go both ways.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. That last series when we commented on that, certainly wasn't only Keystone. I mean, there was contact from both. But the way that the players were hitting the hardwood, and then you get down to the other end and the foul that is ultimately called, it just, again, I'm not trying to criticize the refs or second-guess them. It's just a head-scratcher from our point of view and probably from our fans' point of view. I know they have a tough job, but, again, it's just, you kind of just sit back and kind of wonder.
Yeah, and to get someone in foul trouble, that can affect the whole outlook of this game. We've got Ella Moses with 4 fouls, Bryn Evans with 3, Jenna Renner with 3, Peyton Gordon with 2. Ava Patrick from the Keystone side has 3.
She has 3, yeah. Yeah.
I would expect to see her out on the floor.
Right, yeah. You got 2 to give in a quarter. I mean, this is it.
Yeah, I think it looks like their coach is going to keep her on the bench, but I would put her in.
Yeah, so we have, for Keystone, Say with 3, Patrick with 3, and Bell with 3. So Peyton Gordon will be inbounding for Port and gets it into Eric. Oh, over the head of Daniels. Yeah, last touch by Daniels. I thought that was going to be on, last touch by Brandon, but... And it'll be McGiffin to inbound. And Brandon will get it across half court to McElravy. To a cutting Brandon met by Evans. Have to kick it back out. Oh, and a hold is called on Renner.
Just said the same thing and we called it a jump ball.
And a bench warning is going to be called on Coach Evans. And coming into the game will be Jillian Winters, Addison Say, and Ava Patrick for Keystone as McGiffin, Bell, and McElravy head to the bench.
So that's the 4th foul on Jen Renner, right? Okay.
Yeah,
so
yep.
4 for her.
Albright is looking at inbound. She will get it into Say. Turnaround jumper over top of Gordon, no good. Patrick with the rebound, gets it back to Say. She puts one up, no good. Patrick again with it, kicks it back out to Brandon. Over to Winters, now to Albright. Back to Winters. Gordon in her face, she's going to work into the lane. Puts one up off the glass, no shot, a travel on Jillian Winters. So we'll have Maddie Eric to inbound after that travel call. Eric will get it into Evans. Guarded there by Say. And she'll get across half court. Gets it back out to Renner. To Gordon. She shoots. Evans with a rebound. She puts it up. No good. And last touch by the Gators. And it'll be Jillian Winters to inbound for the Lady Panthers. Gets it into Isabella Brandon. And a pass intended for Winters is out of bounds, and a turnover by Keystone. So we'll have Bryn inbounding. Looking to get it into somebody. Will heave it long to Renner, but it's taken away by Patrick. And gets it back over to Brandon. To Albright. She'll shoot another three. It in! From Ashley Albright, her third of the night. 16 in total. Ahead taken away by Patrick. A shot from Brandon. Off the back of the rim, no good. And a foul is called, a push on Renner. And that'll do it for Jenna Renner tonight. That is her 5th foul. With 6:36 to go in the game. So the Gators down by 9 now, and we'll have Willow Sowers coming on for Renner.
So big possession here for the Gators, down 9. You know, have to limit.
Brandon to Albright. Albright working to her right, gets it back out to Winters. Wide open three. She puts it up off the backboard, no good. Gets her own rebound, layup, and in from Jillian Winters. And a timeout called by Coach Jamie Evans. A full timeout as the Gators are now down by 11 with 6:19 to go in the game.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Evans is going to put Ella Moses in. I think he just put her in, tell her to play smart, and you know, if she fouls out and she's gone, then you know, that's what you do. I think you just got to put your best players on the floor and try to keep them in as long as you can.
Yeah, I totally agree. So while we have time in this timeout, hey Gator fans, start your St. Patrick's Day weekend with a home run breakfast at the Port Allegany Varsity Baseball Pancake Fundraiser. Join us Saturday, March 15th at the Port Allegany Moose from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. For just $10 a person, enjoy a delicious stack of pancakes while supporting your hometown team. Wear your green, bring your appetite, and show your Gator pride. Don't miss out. Come fuel up and help the team knock it out of the park this season. We'll hope to see you there, and go Gators. This fundraiser, along with the snack sticks, is to purchase new uniforms for the varsity baseball team. I saw a mock-up of them, pinstripes. They look pretty sharp.
Yeah. Looking forward to seeing the boys in the new uniforms this year.
Yeah.
Should have a good squad to go with it.
So 6:19 left to go in the game. Ella Moses will be inbounding, as she'll have Isabella Brandon guarding her. Moses looking for somebody. Long heave to Evans across half court. He works in. Oh, and it's blocked. And a foul is going to be called on Patrick. That is going to be her 4th. And that'll put Bryn on the line. Bryn tonight with 12 points. And it looks like we'll have McElravy coming back in. First shot from Evans is in.
I would say good job by Port Allegany so far, you know, getting to the line and actually making a majority of their shots from the foul line.
Yeah, something they really struggled with in that NTL playoff game against Coudersport. Second shot is in from Evans. So great improvement from the foul line for the Lady Gators. Gators pressing. They'll get it ahead to Brandon. She'll cross half court. Ball knocked away and picked up by Sowers. She gets it ahead to Moses. Moses lays it up. No good. Gordon with the rebound. She puts it up and in from Peyton Gordon. Gators now within 7. Ahead to Brandon. Over to Albright. Albright going to work to her left. Gives it to Say. Say puts up a 2 off the back of the rim. No good. McElravy with the rebound. In the corner to Brandon. A little floater up and in. Seven on the night for Brandon. Oh, nearly taken away by McElravy. She hits the floor. It'll be Gordon. And a block called on Addison Say. That's going to be her 4th.
I think when the Gators watch this game back, to look back to that last possession, shot goes up. Gators have a shot at the rebound, don't get the rebound. Keystone gets it, second chance, make the basket. Those are the points that you can't give up this late in the game.
And Jersey Bell will come back on for Addison Say as Gordon airballed her first foul shot. 5:27 to go in this semifinal matchup. Winner will play on Saturday at Clarion's Tippin Gym against the winner of the Red Bank Kane game. So a little conference there with the scorers table. We'll regain the action. Second shot is up and in from Gordon. The winners will be guarded by Sowers. She gets it ahead to Albright. Albright to Bell. Bell back to Albright. To Brandon. Down to McElravy in the corner. Long chuck over to Bell. Gordon couldn't take it away. Oh, look for McElravy. Wasn't there. It's taken away by Moses. Moses puts one up and in from Ella Moses. Gators continue to press. Ahead to Albright. Albright to Winners. Winners going to hand it off to Brandon. 4.5 to go. Oh, tipped away, but enough on it from Brandon to get it to Albright, and she'll get it right back to Isabella Brandon. Guarded by Moses. And a timeout taken by Coach Traster.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Keystone was content to run a four corners play there and kind of run some clock off, have Port Allegany come out and, make a mistake, and then have Keystone go to the hoop.
Yeah.
So I think, the Keystone coach wants to reset, settle things down.
Right.
Up by 6. The Gators don't absolutely have to get a steal here. They just have to play good defense. Keystone has been content for the outside shot.
Yeah.
Where I think that they're deadly once they get inside. So if you're the Gators, and you don't want them to shoot threes and make them, obviously, but I think if you can, if Keystone's going to settle for threes, then, I think that's probably not a bad outcome.
Right, yeah. And, if it's not Ashley Albright, the only other three-point shooter, the only one that's made one tonight is Brandon. Obviously, Albright is the hot hand from behind the arc for the Lady Panthers. But, yeah, you don't want to see them start playing stall ball and milk this clock down by 6. There's 4:20 to go. Plenty of time if you can limit them here and take possession. So they'll get it into Brandon. Toss over to McElravy. Guarded there by Evans. Back to Albright. Albright into the lane, lays one up, and no good. Rebounded by McElravy. She goes up and is fouled. That's going to put Peyton McElravy on the line for the Lady Panthers. That's on Evans. That is her 4th.
Yeah, so I would say that defensive possession, and then the one a couple before that where the shot goes up. Port Allegany has a great opportunity getting the rebound, stopping the possession. Keystone gets it. They made the last basket. They get a second chance here. Those are killers.
Shot from McElravy is in. That's her 5th point of the night. Second shot is up and no good. Wide right, rebounded by Evans. Oh, a little too far out ahead of Eric and out of bounds. And immediate timeout. So McElravy with 5 tonight, meeting her season average of 5.1. And she has done a great job standing in. Ava Patrick limited to only 2. Certainly a game changer when she is in, but with 4 fouls, you got to think now with under 4 minutes to go, does Coach Traster put her back in, or are you content up 7 that the game has flowed your way? Is it worth bringing her in, or?
Patrick?
Yeah.
I would bring her in. She's got 3 fouls, right?
4.
She has 4. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought she had 3.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe if I'm a Keystone fan, I would say maybe keep her out a little bit. I thought she had 3. But if she has 4, I'd keep her out just for a minute longer, see how things are going. You know, on the flip side for the Gators, Moses has 4, Evans has 4, Renner's already out. Peyton Gordon has 2. I thought she had more than that, but, you know.
Yeah.
The Gators have to play smart. You want to play aggressive, try to create some turnovers, but, you know.
Right. You got
to stay on the floor to be able to do that.
Yep. So back on for Port Allegany will be Moses, Daniels, Sowers, Eric, and Gordon. And for Keystone, it'll be McElravy, Bell, Brandon, Winters, and Albright. And Jillian Winters will inbound to Brandon and gets it right back to Winters. Started by Sowers, ahead to Albright. Albright nearly runs into the trap, gets it back to Winters. She gets past half court. Bounce pass underneath, too hot to handle, out of bounds, and a turnover by Keystone.
Great pressure there by the Gators. You don't have to get the steal, just create a little bit of pressure and have Keystone make the mistake. I think Keystone, once they broke the press, if they would have just settled down and got into their offense, they'd be okay.
Moses will get it into Sowers. She'll pick it up and give it back to Ella. Ella crosses half court. Goes to her right, bounce pass to a wide open Gordon. Layup and in from Peyton Gordon. Gators now back within 5. 3:33 to go. Ahead to Brandon. She'll cross half court. Wide open Bell underneath. Layup misses. Rebounded by Gordon. Gordon, it stripped away by Albright. And picked up by Keystone, but going to be called for a foul is Peyton Gordon. I think that's her third. It is her third.
Yeah, so like right there, Gators do a good job creating a turnover. I think they just need to settle down.
Yeah.
Get into their offense.
So Winters gets it into, nearly stripped away. Last touch by Brandon. And it looks like Brandon's going to be coming in for Port.
I grimaced a little bit as a fan there,
I did
thinking
too.
Maybe that was going to be Ella Moses' 5th.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I thought, there we go. But again, refs letting them play a little bit. So it'll be a Port ball. They'll get it into Evans. She hands it off to Ella. Ella has to pick it up. And it's taken right away by Brandon. Taken right out of her hands. So Brandon gets across half court. 3 minutes to go. And it is tipped as on the pass by Moses as she was looking to pass to McElravy. And coming in will be Say and Patrick as McElravy and Bell will head to the bench for the Panthers. Wide open Say over to Patrick, lays it up and misses. Evans comes down with a rebound, picked up. They're still scrumming for it. Last touch by Patrick as she had her foot in the line. Gator faithful calling for a foul.
I thought maybe that was going to be Patrick's 5th.
Long heave over top of Patrick to Gordon. Gordon lays it up, and that's going to be a foul. That'll do it for Ava Patrick. She finishes the night with only 2 points. Didn't see the floor much, but when she was on the floor, she was fouling. Ava Patrick, a senior. So,
yeah, I think with her on the floor, their defense was there was a clear difference between with her on the floor and with her not on the floor. So that's a huge advantage now for the Gators. If they can cut the lead here, get it down to 1 possession, still plenty of time left, 2:51.
As Daniels will come on for Evans and McElravy on for the fouled out Ava Patrick. Shot from Gordon is up and in. Gators now within 4, 2:51 to go.
Yeah, and kudos to the Gators. I don't know what they're shooting from the line, but that's keeping them in this game.
Second shot is up and off the front of the rim. Eric gets the rebound and is stripped away. Last touch by the Gators. And off of Maddie Eric's knee. So we'll have Jillian Winters inbounding here for Keystone. She gets it into Albright. Back to Winters. It's knocked away by Gordon. Moses picks it up. It's going to be a 3-on-1. Over top, right back to Sowers. Inside to Moses. She comes back, goes up and in. Gators now within 2, 43-41 with 2.5. Gators are still pressing. Albright loses it. Moses gets it back. And a foul is going to be called on Albright. Second on the night for Ashley Albright. And it looks like Bryn Evans will be coming back in. And Bree Daniels heading to the bench. We got some excitement here in the Rover Dome, Kerry.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what to say here. I mean, after that first quarter, I did not predict this was going to be what we're looking at here.
Across court to Eric from Gordon. Back to Moses. Moses works to her right. Gets it to Eric, down in the corner to Evans. Evans to Daniels. Daniels back to Evans. Evans going to work in, over to Eric. Eric into the lane, lays it up and in! A tie game from Maddie Eric. 1:54 to go in the game. 43-43.
Here we go, Jeremy. 43-43. Let's go.
Keystone. It'll be Isabella Brandon. Over to Albright. Albright. 2 winners. To be met by Evans. She's going to work into the hoop. Lays it up off the glass. And a block. If that's on Ella, that's it. And it's on Peyton Gordon. That'll be her 4th.
I would say great job by Peyton Gordon getting over there, getting set up, and unfortunate call for the Gators. That sends the Panthers to the line.
And it'll be Winners, who is shooting 50% tonight. Her first shot is up and no good. So Winners lining up her second shot. It is up and lane violation. Shot wasn't going anyway. So the Gators, and a timeout called by Keystone. Whew, just want to catch my breath a little bit here.
Yeah, timeout by Keystone, but I think Coach Evans was ready for a break there to kind of get things set up. Just break the press, get it across half court. Don't panic. You don't have to rush. You got plenty of time. It's a tie game. You're not down.
Right.
Don't panic. Just, they've been here before. They've been in tough games.
Right, yeah.
And, this has been a great match so far between these two teams. So, unfortunately, someone's got to walk out a winner and someone's got to walk out a loser, but there's going to be a lot of action here in the last 90 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And, we talked about it pregame. These teams are basically mirror images of themselves. We've seen it all night. Turnovers by both teams. Both teams want to run and gun. Streaky shooting. Coach Evans made it a point to say streaky shooting before the game, and we have seen that too. We've seen both teams get hot and cold and hot again.
Yeah, and like I said, after the first quarter, I thought the way the Gators came out, I thought, well, it's an unfortunate way to end your season.
Right, yeah.
But, they fought back, down 6 at half, down 6 at the end of the third quarter, and here we are tied up. So take care of the ball, get a good possession.
So Evans will cross half court, and she's going to be met by Winners. Gets it back to Moses. Moses to Gordon in the corner. Back out to Eric. To Daniels. To Evans. Evans going to work in. Pulls it back out. Back to Moses. Oh, she thought about it. She's going to work in. Bounce pass out to Eric. She can't quite hang on. Back to Evans. Evans to Moses. Just out of reach of Winners. It is. And a push is going to be called on Jillian Winners. She'll pick up her third. Under a minute now. 59.8 seconds to be exact.
So that's the 5th foul for Keystone. Sends Ella Moses to the line.
So Ella.
2 shots.
With 10 on the night. With a chance to put the Gators in front. And it's in. Into the game will be Willow Sowers. For Bryn.
No matter what happens here, Gators have the lead. Defense is going to win this thing. Just play great defense. Don't foul. Slide your feet. Don't reach.
Second shot is up and no good. McElravy will chase it down. She's got Gordon all over her. Gets it back to Brandon. Brandon working down the court. And a block is called on Maddie Eric. That's going to be Maddie's first. So it's going to put Brandon on the line for the Panthers, 51.8. We're going to have Bryn coming back in. First shot from Brandon is up and in. 8 points on the night for Brandon as Evans comes in for Sowers. Second shot is up and no good. Gordon comes down with the rebound. Gets it over to Moses. And a timeout called by Coach Evans. With 44 seconds, 44-44 here in the Rover Dome.
Now, ideally, from a coach's perspective, I know 44 seconds is a ton of time, but if you can take care of the ball, don't turn it over, take the last shot.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, go to overtime if you miss.
Right. Yep.
But like I said, 44 seconds is a lot of time. If you play a four corners type of thing, Keystone's probably going to foul, put you on the line.
Yep.
So as long as the ball is in the hands of someone that you want on the line, that's okay.
Right, and really for Port, it's been everybody tonight. Anybody that's gone to the line, they've shot lights out.
Evans, Gordon, Moses, all three of them have been fantastic at the line.
So Ella will be inbounding here for Port and gets it into Eric. Eric. Oh, bounce pass stolen away by Albright. Inside to Winters, but rebounded by Daniels. She's looking for help. And timeout awarded before the turnover. It was going to be Port basketball anyway. It was just tipped out of bounds by Brandon. But now we're at 28 seconds. Did not take care of the rock. I think they hurried it a little.
Yep. So now flash forward 16 seconds. 16 seconds left on the clock.
Yep.
Same scenario.
Right.
Take care of the ball. Make Keystone come out on you. I mean, you don't even have to take a shot. I mean, obviously you want to take a shot at the end.
Yeah.
But don't rush. Just don't panic. Slow down.
Yeah.
Just take the shot you want.
Which I can understand is, we've really turned the pressure up here.
Yeah.
And, playoff basketball, chance to go down and play in Tippin Gym, 28 seconds. I thought, even though that the Gators were playing a little bit or trying to play a little stall ball, that Keystone was coming out, poking that ball. I mean, they played aggressive defense all night. So you got to watch that, too. You got to have good, crisp, clean passes. Nothing that's going to be contended. Nothing that's going to be even in jeopardy when you let go of the ball.
Yeah, and I don't know how many timeouts Coach Evans has left. Probably not many. But this is a cool atmosphere. 28 seconds left. You got the next game coming on. Like I said, you got Kane fans here. You got Red Bank Valley fans here. Port, Keystone. This is a great atmosphere down here in Brockway.
So they'll get it into to Daniels. Daniels looking for somebody, gets it across to Evans. Evans going to work on Winters. She'll get across half court. Gets it back to Moses. Moses works to her right. She's got Brandon all over. Looks down in the corner to Gordon. Inside to Moses. Moses puts one up. No good. Rebounded by Eric. She puts it up. And Eric from Maddie Eric. Into Brandon. Keystone has to hustle. Long three. Off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Moses. And Port Allegany does it. They pull off the comeback and win. They will play Saturday down in Clarion for the championship. Holy moly, Carrie.
What a great
Maddie
finish
Eric.
there. Oh, that was amazing. That was awesome. She made the mistake there with the pass, got deflected.
Yep.
Keystone had the shot at the other end. Good for her to get redemption there at the other end, make the basket. Great job by her, great job by the team. Way to battle back.
Yeah.
They didn't fold at halftime. They didn't fold at the end of the third quarter when they were down by 6. Great job to battle back by the Gators.
Yeah.
Very happy for them.
What heart, what fight in these Lady Gators. I'm with you. After that first quarter, I thought, boy, this is going to be a long, sad ride back to Port Allegany, but they fought back. They stayed in it, stayed aggressive. Shooting came alive. Defense came alive. And just like you said, an incredible atmosphere down here in Brockway. 4 teams, you have 4 towns here watching this. What an amazing first game of these semifinals. I hope we won't be around for it, but I certainly hope that the fans from Red Bank and Kane are in for another one like that. Just totally unbelievable. I hope that everybody could understand me there. The excitement kind of took me over, and just wow. I just don't even know what else to say.
I can't wait to listen back on the way home to hear your call at the end. That was awesome. But great atmosphere in Brockway, like you said. We appreciate the hospitality, having them let us set up here, bring the game to our fans. But hey, the Gators are in the district final. That's a big deal. Now we love bringing the games to our fans, but these girls deserve to have a ton of fans there at Tippin Gym cheering them on. There was a pretty good contingent here from Port Allegany.
There was,
I hope there's more. That's on what, Saturday?
That's
March 1st?
Saturday, yep.
So, hope to see most of the town down there. These girls deserve it. Come cheer them on.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself, Kerry. So the final from the Rover Dome, Port Allegany 46, Keystone 44. Port Allegany advances to the District 9 championship game Saturday at Clarion's Tippin Gym. For all of us here at the Gator Network, for Jason Okerlund, Kerry Hauber, I'm Jeremy Morey. Thank you, everybody, and good night.
Good night.